So we just had our first bear encounter. His name was Jerry.
Okay.
Woohoo! This is our assortment for this morning. We're gonna go with some eggs and bacon, and we're gonna have a bunch of veggies on the side. We already had 3 kiwis this morning as well, because tomorrow morning we check out of camp and we're actually gonna go to Death Canyon, and we're gonna do a little bit of a hike there, pretty similar to what we did yesterday at Cascade, but it's not gonna be as intense. That's the plan for tomorrow, and then after that we're gonna be making our way over to Yellowstone. But right now, enjoy the food. Another day, another breakfast. We just stopped and took a little detour from on our way to Jackson to take a break and look at some of these bison that are in these fields over here. You can't really see them on the GoPro, but through the binoculars, that's all I can see everything. All these bison are just kind of walking around, grazing. There's a lot of wildlife here in Tetons, and they're freaking huge. Well, she's held out this long, but now she needs her Starbucks. So we decided to go into Jackson. Well, we've made it to Jackson, and yeah, we're gonna get some Starbucks, and we're just gonna look around town, do a little bit of shopping, see what's up, buy some souvenirs.
We were going souvenir shopping after we got our Starbucks and went to Target and bought our eggs, even though we stumbled onto this farmer's market and we saw they have eggs here. So maybe we should have got some eggs here instead of Target, but we're gonna look around and then we're gonna get back to shopping.
So right behind me is one of Jackson's ski resorts. I'm not sure exactly which one it is, but I know the famous one, the Jackson Hole Ski Resort, is over there by the Tetons. But at the farmer's market, I found some locally raised beef. So I got 1 pound of ground beef, and I got 2 pounds, almost 3 pounds of skirt steak, because I love skirt steak. I'm a huge skirt steak guy. And this was actually from a pasture a mile away from here, locally owned, and the owners that were there at the farmer's market were selling these. So, you know, I had to get some.
We're going shopping.
Slow your roll, partner. You know, this town ain't big enough for the 2 of us. Right behind me is one of Jackson Hole's most famous destinations, and is the little antler arch that is on all 4 corners of this mini park. But so far the shopping trip has been successful. I found some good stuff at Stio, which is like a local kind of outdoor brand that's based in Jackson. And then Natalia has been having the most stressful time trying to pick out a shirt.
You know, one of the workers came up to me, he's like, "You look stressed looking at my t-shirts. Are you doing good?"
Oh, gee, yeah, there's just so much stuff.
Overwhelming.
It's overwhelming. There's so much stuff to pick out of. Yeah,
none of it. I don't know.
Exactly. It's such a hard decision. After a long day of shopping and walking and doing nothing, we stopped by Haagen-Dazs to get some ice cream. I got cookie dough and a waffle cone. And what'd you get? You already forgot, didn't you?
White chocolate raspberry truffle.
White chocolate raspberry truffle. Now that is some extravagant stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We're gonna cook up some Italian sausages, and that's about it for our day. And then we just gotta get ready for tomorrow. Death Canyon. So we're actually driving past where we're going tomorrow, and that's Death Canyon right over there. And we'll see how far in we get, but it's gonna be more of a relaxing hike, and we're just gonna be kind of sightseeing and kind of seeing what Death Canyon has to offer, because I originally wanted to camp on the shelf, but it's all covered in snow and I can see it from here.
So we're on our way back to the campsite, and we decided this was a great spot to have a beautifully plated charcuterie board by Brian himself. And yeah, we're just gonna watch the sunset and then head back to our campsite soon.
just like that, we're all packed up, ready to go do Death Canyon. And then we're gonna come back here to a different campsite.
Let's get some sun, baby, it's time to go.
And we're ready to go on another hike after a little bit of preparation. The UV is gonna be at about 11 today, so we're gonna be at the base with as little clothing as possible so we can get a little bit of a tan going, but we'll see how it goes. But we got everything for the mountains. We have our snow spikes, our little trekking poles, and we're ready to continue. We're almost about a mile in. A little view. So we made it to the first little notable part of the trail. We've got to the Phelps Lake overlook, and right behind us is the gigantic alpine lake of Phelps Lake. And now we just got to go down this trail a little bit, down to the bottom of Phelps Lake, and then we're going to start going up into the canyon.
I'm so excited.
She's super excited. We're just starting our entry into the canyon, and these views are absolutely amazing. These mountains are towering on both sides of you as you're walking through the path. Wow. You can hear streams and waterfalls all around you, especially in around mid-June when most of the snow is really starting to melt. Honestly, perfect conditions for this trail as of right now, but as soon as you start going to higher elevations, it's probably still all snow covered. That isn't a bear cave. I don't know what is. You think Yogi's home?
I hope he is home so that he's not on the trail with us.
Little snack break. I already ate all of it.
Like, I don't know.
All right, guys, we've reached a small impasse in the trail. This is the impasse. It doesn't look too bad on camera. Actually, never mind, it looks pretty bad still on camera. But we gotta cross this little snowfield to keep going through the valley. We're putting on our snow spikes just to take an extra precaution. I mean, I tried getting up a little bit and it's pretty slippery and I don't feel like taking any risks today, so we're gonna take the extra time and put these bad boys on.
We also encountered our first injury of splinters.
That's all I got, some splinters.
I'll live, maybe.
Ready to go. As you guys can hear, the waterfalls are just rushing right down. we're just about to hit that stream crossing from those waterfalls over there, and that's where we're gonna start camping up and start eating some food. We're both extremely hungry. We didn't eat too much today, so this meal is definitely gonna be rewarding. Very muddy. Hey bear! Hey bear! Hey bear! Hey bear! Yeah. Well, she's not too happy. So we just had our first bear encounter, and that was probably one of the worst ones you can get. We're all alone up here. We haven't seen anyone for about a mile, and as we were coming back down, he just came out of the woods and just stared us down. I was like, holy shit. I had the bear spray ready. You know, we just made some noise. We got out of its way and we went around it. So yeah, now we're starting our descent and we're trying to get the hell out of here. So after a long day
Of running.
we finally made it back to the car. We are currently warming up the lunch we were supposed to have on the mountain. But we're absolutely starving, so we are gonna devour this stuff. And I'm heating up the water right now, but Natalia, what happened?
I foreshadowed this. I knew this was gonna come today. Because the animals we kept on seeing just became increasingly bigger every day. We started off with a chipmunk, and then it turned into a pika, and then it turned into a marmot. And then after our hike over there, the coyote came up to us. And then yesterday we saw the big bison. And I was like, okay, well, this is just like a leading of animals getting scarier and scarier and bigger. And I was like, today's the day. And everyone on the trail was like, oh, there's a mama bear by the lake. You're gonna see, like, there's so much bears, look out. And I was like, okay. And here we are. Starving with no lunch yet.
His name was Jerry.
Okay.
But yeah, that pretty much sums up our day hiking the Death Canyon Trail. We got to the patrol cabin, but we did not get much further than that. And when we decided to turn back, we found a visitor. And other than that, we are pretty much just gonna eat and go straight to bed. Oh yeah. This is the earliest we've been at one of our campsites, and we're just setting up right now. We're gonna have a fire tonight, and there's a view of the Tetons right behind me, which is pretty sweet. If you just look down this road, you can see one of the mountains right over there. But yeah, we're at 241 tonight, and then tomorrow we're at 251. So we're changing campsites the last 2 nights. Tomorrow morning we're gonna head over to Yellowstone, but today we're just gonna have a nice fire, grill, and relax after a stressful day.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll see you guys in the morning.